Welcome to another exciting episode of STARFLEET Cinema, where we honor Star Trek talent contributions to non-Star Trek media. Today we honor the 40th anniversary of another legendary science fiction franchise as we take a look at the 3 films of the Back to the Future trilogy. First released in U.S. theaters on July 3, 1985, the first film in the trilogy follows teenager Marty McFly, portrayed by Michael J. Fox, as he is sent back to 1955 and must ensure the first romantic meeting of his mother and father if he is even to exist in the future. First released in U.S. theaters on November 22, 1989, the second film follows Marty as he travels throughout 3 different time periods to not only save his future family, but time itself. First released in U.S. theaters on May 25, 1990, and shot back-to-back with Part 2, the third and final film in the trilogy sees Marty go back to 1885 to save his friend Doc from a grisly fate. Previously profiled in our Starfleet Cinema episode on Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and the Day 29 installment of NeoBlisseyX versus the MGM Studios 31-Day Movie Challenge, focusing on the 1997 animated film Anastasia, links in the description field below this video, Christopher Lloyd appeared in all 3 Back to the Future films as Emmett L. Doc Brown, inventor of the time machine used by Marty McFly throughout the trilogy. Born in Rochester, Minnesota, United States on May 31, 1961, Leah Thompson appeared in all 3 films of the Back to the Future trilogy as Lorraine Baines McFly, Marty McFly's mother. In addition, Thompson also appeared in Part 3 as Maggie McFly, an ancestor of Marty in 1885 Hill Valley. For Star Trek, Thompson directed the second season Star Trek Picard episodes Assimilation and Watcher. As an actress, Thompson appeared in the later second season Picard episode Fly Me to the Moon as Dr. Diane Werner, head of a panel of doctors who banned Brent Spiner's Adam Sung from conducting genetics research on human beings. Born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States on April 15, 1959, Thomas F. Wilson appeared in all 3 Back to the Future films as antagonist Biff Tannen. In addition, Wilson also appeared in Part 3 as Buford Mad Dog Tannen, an outlaw ancestor of Biff's in 1885 Hill Valley. For Star Trek, Wilson provided the voice of crewman Kendrick Rick Beesman in the computer game Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. Born in Independence, Missouri, United States on September 5, 1946, illustrator Andrew Probert worked on the original Back to the Future, assisting in the design of the famous DeLorean time machine in collaboration with production designer Lawrence Paulil and late artist Ron Cobb. For Star Trek, Probert designed 2 of the most beloved starships in franchise history as part of his long association with its production: the refitted USS Enterprise, and by extension the USS Enterprise A, seen in the original series-based motion pictures, and the Galaxy-class USS Enterprise D from The Next Generation, seen here in its appearance in the Star Trek Picard episode Vox. Probert even made an uncredited appearance in the pilot episode of The Next Generation, Encounter at Farpoint, as an audience member in Q's post-atomic horror courtroom. Born in Winslow, Arizona, United States on August 16, 1954, actor and stuntman Jeff Ohako appeared in the first Back to the Future as the Libyan van driver during the Twin Pines Mall chase sequence. Ohako would later work on Back to the Future Part 3 as a stuntman. For Star Trek, Ohako appeared as a Vulcan elder in the 2009 motion picture Star Trek. Born Ivy Victor in what is now Sevastopol, Ukraine, or Russia, depending on who you talk to, on June 1, 1918. Late actress Ivy Bethune portrayed Ma Peabody in the original Back to the Future. The character was given the first name Elsie in author George Guype's novelization. For Star Trek, Bethune portrayed Duana, Member of the leadership of once lost planet Aldea in the first season Next Generation episode When the Bow Breaks. Bethune passed away of natural causes at the Motion Picture Home in Woodland Hills, California, United States on July 19, 2019 at the age of 101. The daughter of legendary actress Shirley MacLaine, Sachi Parker was born in Los Angeles, California, United States on September 1, 1956. In the original Back to the Future, Parker was a bystander in the scene where bystanders witnessed George McFly, portrayed in the film by Crispin Glover, knock out Biff Tannen outside the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. When the same scene was reshot for Part 2, new actors were brought in for filming. You can see Parker's character on the far right of this image. For Star Trek, Parker portrayed Tava, a doctor on planet Malcor 3 in the fourth season Next Generation episode First Contact. Unfortunately, no biographical data is available for Christopher Wynn, who appeared in Back to the Future Part 3 in 2 different roles. A member of Buford Mad Dog Tannen's gang in 1885, given the name Stubble in the film script and listed as Buford's gang member number 1 in the closing credits. You can see him on the left of this image. And a member of Needles' gang in 1985, listed as Needles' gang member number 1 in the closing credits. You can see him in the truck's passenger seat in this image. For Star Trek, Wynn portrayed Dr. Munninger in the second season Enterprise episode Regeneration.